All right, Cubs fam, here we are for part 2 of our modding series, how to mod every single character in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Last time I was here with Gridden, we talked about the Rebel CLS team, and today I've got Gridden here again, and we're going to talk about your favorite gas. Let's get into it, guys. All right, Cubs fam, here we are. We are getting into the gas team. Gridden, once again, glad to have you here. We actually just got done filming. If you guys can't tell, we're actually wearing the exact same outfit we were in the last video because we actually just finished recording that. We're just going to post them on different days here. So, Gridden, since the last time I saw you 2 minutes ago, how you doing?
So much has changed, man. I can't even, people are showing up at my house. My credit card is gone.
Yes, I offered up all of Gridden's personal information in the last video. This was a very important part of the video. All right, well, let's just get right into this. You guys know the drill, but we will, I'll just rehash this if you're showing up here just for the gas team. This is a generalized guide. We are not, sometimes you're going to want to mod characters for very specific situations. This is meant to be a catch-all modding guide. Mod them this way. It's going to work for pretty much everything, but there might be a specific situation you need to tweak things on. These stats are going to be kind of baseline numbers you guys want to try to hit. It's going to assume relics on everyone. We will have recommended relic levels on each of these characters as well. Did I miss anything? Oh, yeah, we got the turn order here from left to right. This is the recommended turn order. Okay, I think that was everything.
Yep, and assuming Zetas. You got all this is all the bells and whistles. We're just trying to get some mods out there to help you guys be as successful as possible with the characters that you got.
There we go. All right, so Rex, we need him to be fast, guys. 290 is honestly a slow Rex. You really kind of want to get him up more towards the 300 level. And really, that's going to be the most important thing about Rex. Having a little bit of potency added to him is nice. The offense is nice mostly because there's just a lot of offense benefit in the gas team. They've got that stacking offense. It's gonna continue throughout the battle, and so we do recommend offense on all of these characters, as you can see already. But really, it's about a speed game for Rex, and I think this is really interesting. You're telling me before we started recording this that if you get your Rex to, I think it was 305 speed, there is no Darth Revan in this entire game that will outspeed your Rex.
The fastest Darth Revan in the world right now is 360 speed, and with the speed boost from Rex, a 305 speed will outspeed that. Which is why we leave this number about 290. Because I mean, are you really going to run into a 360 Darth Revan? Probably not.
Most Darth Revans I see are not the fastest Darth Revan in the entire world.
Yeah, you're looking at your 340s maybe are going to be like a high end 330s, 320s, something like that.
Yeah.
And you could be as low as 290 and still beat the majority of those 330, 340 Darth Revan. So that's why it's a baseline. But again,
if you're the lucky guy who has that Darth Revan in your shard, 305 is the number.
Yeah, if you're going against that guy, look for 305 minimum, and then you'll be okay.
You know that guy's gonna be in the video. He's gonna hate us.
Yeah, you make him nice and fast. You have him go first, and then that starts the whole team. The reason that starts is because form up will give all clone trooper allies 60% turn meter. So having him go first effectively makes your entire team go first.
Yep.
That's the logic behind having a fast Rex. And then you give him some survivability. The potency is mostly for his basic because he removes some turn meter, but he does give himself potency up. He spreads that. So it's just nice to have a little bit of turn meter control. Nice and fast. Give him some survivability. The
potency, for all intents and purposes, it's a bonus. It's nice to have. But ultimately, if you're not stripping turn meter on that basic, I don't think it's gonna make a big difference in the battle. It's just a nice little.
Don't sacrifice some speed for potency. It's like speed above everything, then shoot for some stuff.
Speed is your top priority for Rex. All right, let's get on to Arc. Obviously, Arc is the second character we recommend turn order wise. We got him at 270 speed here. It's really nice to have Arc go right away because that blaster turret, you want to get that that buff passed around so the blaster turret can get as much action as possible. It's going to deal true damage, and that's why you've got the offense over crit damage for Arc Trooper, because you really want that turret to have the offense bonus. And so this is our highest offense character recommendation on the Gas team. And it's a bit of a tall order, but it is doable. It is doable to get your ARC Trooper up there.
100%. 10,000 offense, comparatively speaking, or for example's sake, your turret is going to be tacking on roughly 20,000 damage every single time he's going, and whoever else has the command turret. So just every single attack, just boom, 20,000 damage, 20,000 damage, 20,000 damage on top of that. His relic as well gives him bonus damage, doesn't give him crit damage, and then Gas's leadership, which we'll touch on a little bit more at some point, but it gives you the stacking offense. So the higher the offense, the higher he's stacking as the match goes along, and he's actually not too difficult to make him go zippy. Mine is currently at 270 speed, and only has plus 94.
Yeah, his base speed is 177. You don't even need 100 speed to get him to this point, and so it's and that's what you'll find with this Gas team. You really don't need a lot of speed. Rex, you want it. That's where you're going to put your God speed. But the rest of the team, because of that big fat turn meter boost from form up, you just don't really need as much.
Yeah, and then we'll touch on Fives later, but Fives helps with that too. So
yes, he does. May he rest in peace. All right, here we go. Gas is next. So you notice Gas only 230. His base speed is 157. That's very easy to hit. You might want your Gas faster for other situations, and that's fine. I think my Gas is a lot faster than this. But if you get him to 230, he's going to be just fine. Really, with Gas, it's about offense. It's about his protection. You want him to be very hard to chew through. And then I'm going to argue that one of the most important stats for Gas is the crit chance, because he's going to increase cooldowns when he lands that crit. And that, to me, is the most OP part of Gas, more than anything.
Yeah, that is it. That's a game changer.
Yes. No, don't say that word.
No. Oh.
I'm looking at you, Crumb.
That was good. Yeah, he gets that high crit chance. You're going to be increasing the cooldowns. Whenever if he's hitting something that's out of protection, he's reducing their max health. His leadership gives him the crit damage, some offense, a crit chance. But the reason that he doesn't need a ton of speed specifically, again, yeah, you're getting it from Rex. But Gas gives himself that crit, the counter chance. When all other 501st allies are defeated, he has 100% counter chance. And so you don't need the speed. You just let him counter the entire enemy team to death. And so he just sits there just countering everybody. Boom. And so if you got speed, cool. It's not like it's a bad thing to have. But you can sacrifice a little bit of it for these other stats, because he will solo teams by himself.
He's one of those characters. I think we're very speed hungry in this game, and a lot of times we mod a character and we're just focused on how much speed can I put on this. I think Gas is a great example of a character where you can sacrifice speed for these other stats and be okay. I think especially to get that offense where it needs to be, get that crit chance where it needs to be. This is where I think you can really afford to do that and not lose a lot of viability at all. Let's talk about Fives. Look at this, 200 speed, not much at all. His base speed is 135. Really don't need a lot of speed added to him. I like putting a little bit of protection on him. Even that I don't think is super essential. It's I like a little bit of offense on him. Offense for the sacrifice, obviously, and the general bonus there. What else would you add about Gas? About Fives? I think I've heard of some people modding them for defense. We don't have a defense stat in here. I've heard that could be effective, but tell me what you think about Gas.
Fives is probably one of the most debated stats in this team. The one that you're going to find the most sort of variety, depending on how you want to mod him.
I see debates.
Because generally speaking, you mod your Fives for the sacrifice. It's bound to happen in pretty much every single match. And so if you're modding him for the sacrifice, you're modding him for those stats that we have there: max health, max speed, or max protection, speed, and then offense. So if you have all of those stats at a good amount, he's going to give all of those over to the rest of the 501st, which just boosts all of their stats.
Yeah.
So the higher your protection is, the higher health is, the higher speed is, the higher the offense is, the better. If you want like a standalone, like you want your Fives to be happy, then you go for the defense and some of that stuff and you keep him alive. But generally speaking, the fives is modded for the sacrifice. And those stats, I mean, just imagine now you're going to have a 15,000 Arc Trooper, a 11,000 Echo over there, and a
Imagine that turret.
13,000 gas. Yeah, it's just it supercharges those teams. It supercharges the rest of these guys that are going to be hitting so much harder. On top of that, they're gaining again 2% offense thanks to Gas's leadership. So
Yep.
the more offense you can give them, the more survivability you can give them. It just makes them that much more difficult to deal with.
Literally all 5 characters we recommend hitting specific offense numbers because it's so valuable to have that extra offense for the ramping offense that Gas's lead provides. All right, finally, let's round it out with Echo. Now, I really, really like Echo. He's going to dispel that AoE. You're going to want to have some good offense on him, of course. I like the crit damage. And speed 255. It's really not much else to it for Echo.
Yeah, Echo is one stat that I should have partnered kind of along with offense that you guys are going to see is also his special offense. His physical offense, that's the number we're shooting for down there, that's 6,500 plus. Yeah. That tags along just side by side with special offense. Around that 6,500 offense, you're also going to have about 11,000 special offense. That's important because his EMP grenade deals special damage. So again, the higher his offense is, the more he's benefiting from Gas's leadership. His mastery again specifically gives him offense. It doesn't give him crit damage. It's accuracy, crit avoidance, and damage. So you're not getting that crit damage, but you do have a ton of crit chance built into his kit kind of naturally, which is why we like that 222% crit damage. However, the fives and Echo have a specific sort of partnership. If fives is present, Echo will be dealing 100% more damage when fives is taunting. So again, as the damage goes up, the more damage he's dealing while fives is taunting, and it just kind of ramps from there.
I'm glad you brought that up with the EMP grenade specifically, because most characters will deal either physical damage or special damage. Echo's one of the few characters in this game that deal both. He's got physical damage on his basic. The EMP grenade is special damage, and so you do need to look at both of those numbers. But if you get for me, my Echo is not modded as good as this Echo the Echo we're recommending here. But even for me, 5,200 offense is what I've got him at, and the special scales up to almost 8,000 on his special offense. And so it scales up quite a bit on the special.
Yeah, and then he again with the crit damage, it's built into his kit, his unique. Whenever any other clone trooper or 501st ally hits or critically hits an enemy, Echo's next attack is guaranteed to be a critical hit. So that's why he very specifically benefits more from having that, kind of crit damage, because it's so ingrained into his kit that it does benefit you. But don't sacrifice that much offense. Still get it. It's really good for his kit. It's one to have a really nice balance on. For sure. Echo's a fun little character. He does a lot of good work. I love seeing those EMP grenades when you're going against like Padme. They gain so many buffs, and he just like bloop, they'll just disappear.
Yeah,
it's phenomenal.
Echo his grenade is so fun when it just slaps. Here's a look at the full graphic, everyone. This is the Gas team and our recommended stats to hit on this team. If you guys are hitting all of these stats on this team, especially the offense, and get your recs fast enough, the team will be OPAF. Gridden, before we wrap up, anything else you want to add about the Gas team?
Gas is just like we mentioned specifically at the beginning of these videos, you guys, that there are specific situations that you might need somebody for. Gas is one very dominantly because immediately you got the cam mission that requires different mods. You can take Gas from the 501st, you put him over for GL counters or underneath Jedi Knight Revan or with Galactic Legends, and you mod him differently there. So just keep it in mind that this is for your full 501st team, that these mods, if you're hitting these stats and higher, you're gonna take on pretty much you will be every non-Galactic Legend team out there, and even you can put a fight up on some Galactic Legends too. Gas he's an insane character. When they released him, they compared him to borderline a raid character.
They did. He has
It's
a
an
topple.
amazing team. Yeah, he has a topple. Like, it's a fantastic team. It's a fun team. I mean, I have Rex right here. Like, I love the 501st. I
Wow.
love the clones. I
Rex
love,
Simp
yeah.
here.
Okay, maybe, yeah. I love this team, and I hope this guide helps everybody have a little bit more success with their team for sure.
Let us know how the guide hits for you guys. I really hope this is helpful for you. When Grid and I set out to do this, and I also I haven't given a shout out yet. This idea originates from NemVP, the Sex Panther of the Cubs fam. And I really wanted to make a guide that would be super helpful for all of you. And so I really hope that the time we've put into this and the numbers that we're showing and all of these stats and everything helps you guys have a better understanding of how to mod these teams and get them in a better direction. Grid and I will be back. We're going to be doing more of these. Assuming you guys want that, let us know. We've got so many other teams that we've already put stats together for. I just need to work graphics on them, and we will be doing those for you. So, Grid, thank you so much for joining me for this video, man.
Of course. Thanks for having me as always, man. It's always a pleasure. Have a good one, Cubs. Have a good one there, Cubs fam.
All right. My hair looks better than yours, by the way, Good. Okay, bye.